And so it's Marian with the basketball. Top of the key. They'll skip it here near side. 3 ball on the way. It's off the front end of the rim. No good. Goes out of bounds. And possession will stay on this end of the floor. And we'll get an inbound on the far side here for Marian. As it's Carroll, the handoff. And offensive foul is going to be called on Carroll. As Northern will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis on the near side. They give off here to Reedy. Up top to Hood. Hood will have it. Skips here near side now to Northern. Northern, the handoff. Burke down back here near side to Fry the second. Look down low. Here to Joe Reedy. Reedy goes up strong and he gets the score for the Cougs. 2-point lead for St. Francis. Now it'll be Marian with the basketball. As Carroll will skip far side. We'll leave off up top here to Franks. Franks now back up top. This is Gustin here with it, the drive. Jumper, got it. Nice turnaround jumper there from Gustin for the score. Now it'll be Fry the second, who will go the other way with it for St. Francis. Give off here to Reedy. Now the handoff up top here to Northern. Northern with it on the near side. He drives, hangs, couldn't get it to fall. And now possession back the other way with Marian. They'll leave off up top to Franks. Now far side. This is Butcher here with it. Back here to the near. Carroll will launch a 3. Back in, no good. And Fry the second, or check it, Hood will come away with it to Fry the second. Now the near side, trying to bounce pass through traffic there to Reedy. And Joe Reedy goes up and gets the bucket. 2-point lead here for St. Francis. 7:30 left to go here in our first half. Butcher with it on the far side. Now leave off up top to Carroll. Now far side here to Gustin. And off jumper, couldn't get it to fall on the far side there, Diallo. And now Northern will go the other way with it. Far side to Hood. Hood will look to drive, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul, led with the arm there to try to create some space. Isaiah Malone, Luke Almodovar will come on to replace Fry the second and Damari Hood. Noah Lovin back into the contest for Marian. As it will be Butcher who will leave off up top, and Lovin will bring it up the floor. Franks will now have it here on the near side. Handoff, and the drive from Lovin kicks out. Now far side here into the hands of Butcher. Back to Lovin. Or check it. Back up top, this is Moles here with it now for Marian. Now on the near side, this is Franks here with it. Jumper at the top of the key is no good there for Butcher, and now St. Francis quick the other way. Almodovar inside to Reedy. It's loose on the deck. And we are going to get a tie-up. Jump ball will be the call. Possession will stay on this end of the floor. And Burke will inbound underneath here for St. Francis. Malone looks to drive, dishes it out. Reedy now with it, spins, hangs, couldn't get it to fall. And possession now back the other way with Marian. Butcher will leave off near side. This is Moles with it at the top of the key. Back here near side to Butcher. Butcher spins, hangs off glass, no good. Reedy comes away with the board. Now Almodovar going to look to move up ahead on the far side. They'll look down low here to Malone. Malone with it, goes up and gets it to fall. Franks will have it on the far side, guarded by Northwood. Now here near side to Moles. Lovin with it. Jumper on the way from the free throw line, and he gets that to fall. Now Burke will leave off here on the near side. We'll get it back and leave off now into the hands here of Joe Reedy. Reedy looking to work down low here with it. He goes up, and Joe Reedy with another strong bucket. St. Francis getting a lot of points down low inside with a size advantage for Isaiah Malone and Joe Reedy. They're creating problems here for Marian, ahead by 4. Far side, 3 ball on the way. It's no good, and Malone comes away with it. Now Northern will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. Almodovar now on the near side. He'll drive to the rim. It's blocked out of bounds. And a foul is going to be called on the Cougars. Almodovar will pick up his first. That's the team's 6th. And we will have a timeout on the floor. We'll go ahead and step away. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center with 4:38 remaining here in our first half. It is St. Francis with a 4-point lead over Marian. We'll get it inbound here for the Knights as number 4 and Gavin Foe will inbound. As Foe will get it in, and this will be Lovin, who will bring it up ahead, and we'll get a whistle on the floor as the shot clock did not start. And we'll get an inbound here for Marian as the shot clock is adjusted to 28 seconds. And the Knights able to get it in here to Lowen. Lowen will now push up ahead on the near side. This is going to be Moles here with it. Now up top to Gustin. Gustin leaves off. Foe, now the handoff. Here to Moles with it at the top of the key. Gustin. Now we'll hand off back to Levin. He'll go far side. Back to Levin, top of the key. He'll launch a 3, no good. And Malone comes away with it for St. Francis. Now it'll be Northern who will have it here on the near side. Under 4 minutes remaining here in our first half. Burke now down low here to Reedy. Reedy looking to spin. Reedy dishes off. Malone goes up. Wanted to jam it home. Instead, he is fouled and will go to the line here for a pair. And so Malone at the line for a pair. His first is up and it falls. Isaiah Malone now with 13 here for St. Francis. Joe Reedy right behind them with 8. Second one is up and no good. And so possession will now go back to Marian, as Lovett will bring it up ahead across the half-court line. We'll have it here on the near side. Lovett works down low, fadeaway jumper, got it. Now Northern will bring it up ahead here for the Cougs. To Burke with it on the far side. Now gives off here to Reedy. Reedy looking to work down low, one-on-one. Reedy with it, gets around his defender, and he goes up for the score. And Joe Reedy now in double figures with 10. The big fellas combining for 26 of St. Francis' 29 points here in our first half of action. Let him go to work, why not? As the jumper here on the near side from Gustin is up and it falls. 2:50 left to go here in our first half. The take from Northern, why not? We'll get him down low for the score. And a 5-point lead for the Cougs. Now let's take down low, couldn't get it to fall, but a foul is going to be called. It's going to be on Isaiah Malone. That's going to be his first, team 7th. And so this will send number 3 and Dylan Moles to the line for a pair. As the first free throw is up and it falls. Second one is up and good as well there for Moles. And so Northern will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. Across the half-court line. He'll have it. Now down low. Dishes it off here to Reedy. Malone now looking to work inside with it. We'll back it out. Far side there to Burke. Burke will now leave off up top here to Malone. He'll go up strong. Couldn't get it to fall, and a foul is going to be called. Gustin will pick up the foul. It's going to be his first, the team's 5th. And so Isaiah Malone will go to the line here for a pair. As Malone hits on the first free throw. Second one for Malone is up and good as well. 5-point lead for the Cougs. With 2:05 left to go here in our first half. Moles will have it. He'll launch a 3. Top of the key, and Moles drains the triple. Back and forth we go offensively. It seems like both squads have been shooting it very, very well as Northern drains the triple from the top of the key for St. Francis. And St. Francis shooting 63.6% here in the first half. An outstanding shooting performance here so far by the Cougars. They have themselves a 5-point lead. As we'll get an inbound here from Marian. Moles will leave it off. Now here into the hands of Lovett. And this one goes out of bounds. They'll call it last touched by St. Francis. And so Marian will inbound. As Foe will inbound here for Marian. Right in front of the St. Francis bench. Gets it inside. There to Amos, one-on-one here with Malone. And he goes up and gets it to fall. Now possession back the other way with St. Francis. Northern here on the near side. Dishes down low here to Malone. Malone back top. Leaves it off. Northern 3-ball on the way. It's no good. And possession now back the other way with Marian. That's Moles. will bring it across the half-court line. On the drive, here from Lovin. With it far side, dishes out. Now they'll leave at the top of the key here to Moles. Moles with it, looking for somewhere to go, and we're going to get a foul called underneath on Brandon Northern. That's his first, team's 8th. As Ames will go to the line here for a pair. First free throw is up and a no good there. And so possession now back to St. Francis. As Northern will bring it across the half-court line. Goes far side to Almodovar. With it at the top of the key. Almodovar a take. Had it knocked away. And now Marian going to look to go the other way with it. As clock now down to 17, and Marian going to try to hold for the final shot here of the first half. As Lovin will have it here up top. Lovin with it now to 5. It's poked by Fry the second. Marian stays away with it. 3 ball on the near side's no good. And that's the end of our first half. We're locked into the good one. It is St. Francis 36, Marian 33. We'll go ahead and step away here at our halftime break. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Hutzel Athletic Center, 36-33 is our score. Here in a halftime break, let's go ahead and run down the first half stats for you. First, Marian, they shot 13 of 31 from the field at a 41.9%, 5 of 14 from beyond the arc at a 35.7, and 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. 2 turnovers in the first half for Marian. They had 10 rebounds as well. Leading the way in scoring for Marian was number 3 in Dylan Moles. He finished the first half with 12. Reese Butcher with 6. Josiah Gustin and a Noah Lemon with 4 apiece. Alach Diallo with a 3, and a Jackson Amos, Aiden Franks both with 2 apiece. Meanwhile, for St. Francis, they shot 14 of 23 from the field at a 60%, 1 of 5 from deep, and a 7 of 8 from the free throw line. They had 5 turnovers there in the first half with 16 total rebounds for the Cougs. Isaiah Malone led the way with 15 points. Joe Reedy with a 10. So both the big fellas combining for 25 of St. Francis is 36 points. Brandon Northern with 7, Luke Almodovar with 2, and Carson Rogers with 2 as well. We're going to take another short break and come back. You are watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Three-point lead for the Cougars as we get set to begin our second half of action. We'll get an inbound across the way here for Marian. As they get it in on the far side, and now we'll leave it at the top of the key here, Phil. Ball movement here quickly out of the break for Marian. On the far side, a jumper on the way. It's short on the marker there from Franks. And Rudy comes away with it. Now Northern will look to push up ahead as he gets it across the half-court line here for St. Francis. Now up top, here into the hands of Zane Burke. Burke will get a screen from Malone. He'll drive, tries to lob it inside to Malone, and he is fouled on the far side. Foul is going to be called on number 2, and Josiah Gustin. That's going to be his first. Team's first of the half. And so we'll get an inbound on the far side here for St. Francis as Burke will inbound underneath. Gets it into Joe Reedy. Now Almodovar will have it here for St. Francis. And this one's going to be poked away here by Marian. We'll get it up ahead. This is Franks. Now off. Here to the hands of the drive from Levitt. Now Gustafson with it. A good cut to the rim there by Franks. And he gets the score. Makes it a 1-point game. Northern will now bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. With it on the near side. Drops it off. Malone, the take, and a foul is going to be called. Gustin will pick up the foul. That's going to be his third. And the team's second of the half. So Isaiah Malone will go to the line here for a pair. Already leading the squad here with 15 on the night. His first free throw is up and it falls. Isaiah Malone comes into this one, averaging 15 points per game, a 74% free throw shooter. as the sophomore out of LaGrange, Indiana, Prairie Heights high school graduate. Hits them both. Number 14 and Jackson Amos will check into the contest. The 6'11" redshirt senior, the biggest player on Marian's roster. As it will be Marian with it on the far side. As Franks leaves it off. A little kick back far side wing to Foe. With it, he'll look to drive. Kicks here on the near side. 3 ball on the way. And it's up and good there for Dylan Moles. Ties it up at 38 all. Now Northern will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis with it on the far side. Northern, the drive. Kicks here near side now to Reedy. Reedy being guarded here by Lovin. Back here near side. Northern pump fake, the look inside here to Reedy. He goes up, and Joe Reedy with another bucket for the Cougs. And Reedy now at 12. So the big fellows combining for 29 of St. Francis's 38 here so far. And a 2-point lead here for them. As Reedy had it partially poked away on the far side, but Marian able to maintain. Foe now with it. He'll look to drive down low. Turn around jumper, no good. Board underneath, and the bucket is good there by Jackson Amos. Ties it up at 40 all. This Marian squad trying to battle their way into the Crossroads League tournament, as only the top 8 teams will make it. Marian currently sitting tied in that 8th spot with Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Goshen already mathematically eliminated, so a battle for that spot. Seems like all the seating is up for grabs, as Bethel at the top with 13-2 conference record, Grace at 12-3, Huntington sitting at 10-5, St. Francis at 9-6, Spring Arbor at 8-7, Indiana Wesleyan 7-8, Taylor 6-9, and then Mount Vernon and Marian tied in that bottom spot, 5-10 for the Crossroads League tournament. And so Marian will have it as Northern makes one of 2. It's tipped out by by Malone, and so Marian will have it. Foe will hand off. On the near side, Lovin with it. And Lovin, fadeaway jumper, and Northern is going to get called for the foul. 17:04 left to go here in our second half. As the first free throw is up and good there for Lovin. Lovin hits the second free throw and makes it a 1-point game. Northern will let this one roll up the floor. He'll finally pick it up and bring it across the half-court line. Burke now back up top. Now far side to Malone. Malone looking to work on the far side. Leaves it off up top. Northern now down low here to Malone. Malone spins with it. Trying to find Northern. It goes out of bounds. And possession now back to the Knights. In the corner, this is Moles, who dishes down low. Amos with it. Guarded by Malone. He goes up off glass. Couldn't get it to fall. Reedy with the board. Northern now going to look to push on the far side. He'll launch a 3. Couldn't get it to fall. Board comes down into the hands of Lovin, and he'll now quickly look to push. Gets it across. Will leave off. Now down low. Foe the take. Couldn't get it to fall. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Marian. Possession back to St. Francis. As Northern will bring it up ahead. And a foul is called. It's going to be an offensive one on Northern. That's going to be his third and the team's second of the half. So Damari Hood will come on and replace him. And we'll get an inbound on the far side here for Marian. As 11. We'll bring it up ahead here for the Knights across the half-court line. Here on the near side, we'll get a screen. They'll dish up top. Now the free throw line jumper on the way, front end of the rim, no good there for Franks. And now Burke will look to push. Far side, Almodovar to the rim, and a foul is going to be called. And Almodovar will go to the line here now for a pair. Foul is going to be called on Amos. That's going to be his second, team's fourth. And so Almodovar to the line here for a pair. Almodovar with just 2 points here tonight for St. Francis, their leading scorer coming into this contest, as he hits there on the first, averaging 20 points per game on the season. Just 3 here tonight in this one. The second free throw back into the rim, it's no good. And now possession back the other way here with Marian. On the far side, this is Moles with it. Dishes it off. Amos now on the far side will skip up top. Franks now leaves off far side. Levin here with it. He'll look to drive. Jumper, thought about it, instead kicks out here near side. 3 ball on the way, it's no good. And now possession will go back the other way here with St. Francis. Hood will have it. Skips off up top, they'll swing it back far side. Now Almodovar with it here for St. Francis. He'll go to the rim, dishes off. Reedy down low, up strong for the score. And Joe Reedy with the bucket for St. Francis. And Reedy now with 14 here for the Cougs. Now it's Foe with the handoff. We'll go far side. This is Franks, the jumper, got it. Ties it back up at 44 all. Back and forth we go. It's Burke with it here on the near side. Get a screen from Malone. Dishes back. Hood launches a 3. No good, in and out. And the board comes down now here for Marian, as they will go now the other way with it. Moles will have it at the top of the key here for the Knights. Goes far side. Here to Levin. Levin now going to look to drive here on Burke. Dishes out here to your side. Franks 3 ball, no good. And Malone comes away with the board. And now it's going to be Burke who will look to push here on the near side wing. Burke with it. We'll check it. That's Almodovar here on the near side, and he goes up and gets the score. My apologies, Luke Almodovar with the bucket, and he gives St. Francis a 2-point lead. 13:40 left. Moles will have it far side. It's poked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Marian. Good defensive stop there by the Cougs, and we will head to our media timeout. 13:31 left to go here in our second half. It's a 2-point lead for the St. Francis Cougars over the Marian Knights. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Inbound here for St. Francis out of our timeout. It will be Zane Burke who will bring it up ahead. Robert Fry the second. And for St. Francis, Burke down low here to Malone. Malone with a dish off. Good find there to Almodovar. And Almodovar gets the bucket. Makes it a 4-point lead here for St. Francis. Butcher will have it up top. Go to the far side. Amos now will leave off. This is Moles. Back up top, they'll swing it back far side, here near side to Butcher. Up at top of the key. Look down low and got it to fall. The bucket is good there by Jackson Amos. Now Burke will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. Skips here near side. Fry the second, looking to go baseline here, guarded by Franks. He goes up, couldn't get it to fall. Second chance opportunities, no good as well. And now Marian will go the other way here with it. As Butcher will have it at the top of the key here for Marian. Now far side, Franks leave off. Up top, 3 ball on the way. And it's up and good there for Dylan Moles. And Moles now with 18. Malone, jumper just inside the arc, and he gets it to fall. 1-point lead for St. Francis. The Cougs shooting 59% from the field here so far into this one. Has a take to the rim, and it's up and good there for Jackson Amos. Back and forth we go. A 1-point lead for Marian. On the other end, Malone with the bucket for the Cougs. Cougs just continuing to feed it down low. 21 points for Isaiah Malone here in this one. Their other big, Joe Reedy on the bench with 14. So 35 of the 52 for St. Francis coming from their big fellas down low, and Joe Reedy and Isaiah Malone. We'll get a foul called on number 12, Damari Hood. That's his second and the team's third. Northern checks back into the game. He'll replace Almodovar. And we'll get an inbound underneath here for Marian. As they'll get it down low, it's knocked away, and possession will stay on this end of the floor here with the Knights. As another inbound will come here from Butcher. Butcher gets it in. Here down low. And this one's taken away. Fry the second, now going to look to push with some speed. And he is fouled at the rim. Butcher will pick up the foul. That's going to be his second, the team's fifth. And so Fry the second will go to the free throw line for 2. First free throw for him is up, and it falls. Robert Fry the second on the season, a 73% free throw shooter. Comes off the bench, had a spurt in the starting lineup as well. Averaging 7 points per game. That's his first point of the night. And hits on the second, so he'll have 2. And it's a 3-point lead here for the Cougars. 11-14 left to go here in our second half. Lovin with it here on the near side. We'll go to the far side here with it, guarded by Fry the second. Skips here near side, 3 ball on the way. It's no good, a nice offensive board underneath. And Gavin Foe with the follow-up for the score. Now possession back the other way with St. Francis. As Northern will have it on the far side. Northern looked to drive, had it poked away there by Foe. They'll get it up ahead to him. Hood with a track race between the two. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Hood. And possession will stay on this end of the floor here with Marian. Joe Reedy will check into the game here for St. Francis as he'll come on for number 12. And Damari Hood. And we'll get an inbound underneath here for Marian. 10:39 left to go here in our second half. Moles with it on the far side. Up top here to Lowen. Lowen now going to look to drive. Fadeaway jumper, and he is fouled. Right, the second will pick up the foul. That's his first, team's fourth. No 11 at the line for a pair. His first free throw back into the rim and no good. Second one for 11 is up and it falls. Ties it up at 54 all. It'll be Northern who will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis. Now far side, Northern leaves off up top. Blocked by, the shot was blocked there by Marian. And Butcher will pick up the foul. That's going to send Zane Burke to the line for three. As Butcher picks up his third. That's the team's sixth. Burke, first free throw, is up and it falls. Zane Burke with his first point of the game. Second one for Burke is up and good as well. I'll have an opportunity here at one more. As Isaiah Malone will check off, Luke Almodovar will come on for him. And one more free throw attempt here for Zane Burke. Has his third and final free throw. It is up and it falls. And so 11 will have it on the far side in the corner. Step back triple, no good. It's short of the marker and Burke comes away with it. Up ahead, Fry the second, goes up and couldn't lay it in. He wanted to dunk it, I do believe, but the defense there preventing him from doing that and couldn't get the lay-in to fall. And now Marian with an opportunity. That's Moles. We'll have it here on the near side. Cougs ahead by three. The drive here from Lowen. Fadeaway jumper, no good. This one comes loose. Gustin came away with it, now far side. Butcher down low. Reedy dishes it up ahead. Almodovar up and wanted to flush it home. Couldn't get it as well. And it goes out of bounds. And head coach Chad Lacrosse is going to pick up a technical foul. As Almodovar took flight and did not get it to fall. And so head coach Chad Lacrosse picks up a technical foul, I do believe. We'll see what happens after the break. 9:23 left to go. It's a 3-point lead for the Cougs. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Huntsville Athletic Center. A technical foul was called, so we will get a technical free throw shot here for Marian. As head coach Chad Lacrosse picked up a technical foul. And so Moles at the line. First free throw is up and it falls. Second one, where Moles is up and good. So 9:23 left to go, and Both technical free throws made by Marian, and so they will inbound on the far side. As Lovin will bring it across the half-court line. Skips here near side to Moles. Moles, now the drive down low. He has 20. Leaves it off, Lovin. Back to Moles here near side. Now back up top to Lovin. He'll look to drive. Kicks in the corner. 3 ball on the way. It's no good there from Franks. And possession now back the other way with St. Francis. Northern now to Burke. Near side here to Robert Fry the second. Burke now with it. Will go inside. Here to Reedy. Reedy up strong, and he is fouled from behind. As Gustin will pick up the foul for Marian. And that's going to be his 4th, team 7th. So Reedy at the line for a pair. First free throw for him is up and good. Second one for Reedy, front of the rim, no good. And now possession back the other way here with Marian. As Lovin will have it. We'll get a screen at the top of the key. Now goes to the far side. Lovin looking to drive here with it. We'll dish off. Foe. Now we'll leave up top here to Moles. Moles with it far side. Now to Foe. Top of the key. Here to the hands of Lovin. Far side. 3 ball on the way. It's short on the marker there from Moles. And Almodovar now going to look to push here with it for St. Francis. Almodovar right to the rim. Double team, draws up, and draws the contact, and he'll go to the line for a pair. Foul is going to be called to number 11, and Noah Lovin. That's going to be his 3rd, team's 8th. And so Almodovar to the line for a pair of free throws. As the first. Something no good. Isaiah Malone comes in for Zane Burke. Jackson Amos checks on here for Marian. Second free throw for Almodovar is up and good. Now a 3-point lead for the Cougs as Marian with the basketball. Lovin will bring it up ahead here on the near side. Hands off. Here to Butcher. With it now at the top of the key. Butcher, free throw line, jumper, front end of the rim, no good. It came off the face of Reedy, and Northern comes away with it. Fry the second will now go up, and he goes off glass for the score. Lovin now with it across the half-court line. Goes to the far side. Now we'll skip off up top. They'll leave it. Looking to go baseline with it is Franks. Jumper on the way from the free throw line is good there for Gavin Foe. And now Northern will bring it up ahead here on the near side. Goes far side. Now to Fry the second. Malone now with it. The handoff. Almodovar launches a 3. Got it. Luke Almodovar with the triple. He now has 11 here for the Cougs. Extends the lead out to 6. Amos with it at the top of the key. Now on the near side. Foe with it. Jumper on the way, and he gets it to fall. St. Francis shooting 59.5% from the field. This has got to be one of their top shooting performances of the season, as they are getting anything and everything they can, as Fry the second shows it, and he goes up and gets the score. Now it's the Knights with the basketball. A take from Lovin. They'll dish out. Now here on the near side, this is Butcher with it. Franks on the far side. We'll leave off up top here to Foe. Foe up top to Lovin. Now within, he'll spin. Down low, knocked away by Northern. And it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Northern, they'll call it. And so we'll get it inbound underneath here for Marian with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound from Butcher. Butcher gets it in here near side. Lovin tries to draw the contact on the 3-ball and can't get it. And so St. Francis comes away with it. Northern finds Fry the second up the floor. He put it on the deck and goes out of bounds. Now possession back the other way. And we're going to get a timeout called here by Marian as Zane Burke will check back on. We'll step away. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Back here live from the Hutzell Athletic Center, 6-point lead for St. Francis, 5:48 left to go here in our second half. We'll get an inbound underneath here for Marian. And so the Knights will inbound as Butcher gets it into 11. He'll get it back to Butcher, who will bring it up ahead on the far side here for Marian. Jumper just inside the arc is no good there. And possession now back the other way with St. Francis, 5:32 left. Now on the near side, jumper on the way from Franks is no good. Board underneath is good there for Amos. And Brandon Northern walking around, trying to shake it off. And now it'll be Burke who will bring it up ahead here for the Cougs. He'll have it here on the near side, a 4-point lead here for them. Look inside here to Malone. Now out here to Burke. Back to Malone here near side. He'll drive in, has it knocked away, and a foul is going to be called. So Malone at the line for a pair. His first is up and it falls. Malone now with 22 here for St. Francis. Second one for Malone is up and good as well. And now it'll be Marian with the basketball as Butcher will bring it up ahead. Now far side. This is Lovin. Here with it. Jumper just inside the arc is no good. Now Foe with a shout here near side. Butcher launches a three, no good. Another offensive board and an opportunity for Marian. And Lovin puts it home. Malone, the dish off, down low to Northern, up for the score. Now a 6-point lead for the Cougs. That's the Knights with it. They'll dish off. Amos now on the near side. Now the drive from Levin on Fry. The second goes up, couldn't get it to fall, and Burt comes away with the board. Almodovar with it near side. He'll drive. Euro step to the rim, and Almodovar with a nice take for the score. And we're going to get a timeout called on the floor. It'll be a full timeout by the Cougars. We'll go ahead and step away here shortly. 8-point lead for St. Francis. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Eight-point lead for St. Francis, 3:40 left to go here in our second half. And it will be Marian with the basketball out of the timeout called by head coach Chad Lacrosse and the St. Francis Cougars. St. Francis sitting at 16-9 on the season. They are 9-6 in Crossroads League play, receiving votes in the most recent NAIA poll. They currently sit at the 4th spot in the Crossroads League standings, which if they can remain at that 4th spot, they'll have home court advantage in the quarterfinals for the Crossroads League tournament. But it seems like almost every single team in the standings within one game. Spring Arbor right behind them at 8-7, 5 games back, and then Idiota Wesleyan at 6 games back, 7-8, and Taylor at 6-9, 7 games back. And then, as I mentioned, a battle for that final spot in the Crossroads League tournament as Marian and Mount Vernon Nazarene both sitting at 5-10 in the Crossroads League standings. Northern will leave off here to Malone. The handoff to Burke down low. He goes up and gets the bucket. And Zane Burke now with 5. And possession will stay on this end of the floor here with St. Francis as the Marian inbounder stepped over the line. And so we'll get an inbound underneath here for the Cougars. They'll get a second offensive opportunity as Burke gets into Northern. Now Almodovar with it. Now to Burke here on the near side, able to maintain it. And he'll look to drive. Kicks far side. Fry the second. 3 ball on the way. Got it. Robert Fry the second gives St. Francis a 10-point lead here with 2:35 left to go. Love it. Well, dish here near side. Butcher the 3. Got it on the other end. Back to a 7-point game. 2:20 left to go here in our second half. It's Northern who will bring it across the half-court line. They'll have it here on the near side wing. 3 ball from the top of the key for Malone off the front end of the rim. And now it's going to be Franks back the other way here with it for Marian. 3 ball. It's no good. And it comes down to the hands of Malone. Now it's Almodovar looking to push. He dishes off. Malone jump stop right to the rim. Couldn't get it to fall. Second chance opportunity, and we're going to get a foul called down low, as Isaiah Malone not pleased with himself. As he had multiple opportunities, but he'll earn his way to the line at the battle to shoot a pair. As the foul is called to number 12 for Reese Butcher. That's his fourth, team's sixth. Or excuse me, team's 10th. Malone hits on the first free throw, makes it an 8-point game. Second free throw for Malone is no good. And so possession will now go back the other way with Marian. And now it's going to be Burke to push it. Spring Arbor with a 62-58 win over Huntington. That's a huge win in Crossroads League play, as Spring Arbor now moves to 9-7 in Crossroads League action, which makes St. Francis have to win this game to remain at the 4 spot. They will battle against Spring Arbor in the last game of the season, but St. Francis with the tough one on Wednesday, as they will go to Grace, who is the number 6 team in the land. Meanwhile, Indiana Wesleyan did defeat Mount Vernon, so with Marian were to lose this contest, which is seeming like it, they will remain tied at 5-11, and that 8th spot with Mount Vernon, and Marian will take on Mount Vernon on a Wednesday, so that could be a big contest there to determine who will stay in the Crossroads League tournament, as Northern with a take right to the rim for the score. And 70-80 is our score. With 53 seconds left, St. Francis gets called for the delay of game warning. And now it's Marian with the basketball. Here on the near side. No kick. This is Moles, who leaves off up top. Lovin now with the drive, and it's knocked away there by Malone. And Burke will come away with it. And there is going to be an 8-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So Burke will have it here on the near side. St. Francis will have to get a shot off here. As Burke with it at the top of the key. We'll see if St. Francis decides to go for the shot or hold it out. It's Reedy, step back 3. No good, front end of the rim. And now it's going to be Marian who will go the other way with it. As up ahead, off glass, and the bucket is good there for Marian, and that is going to be our final. So St. Francis picks up an 8-point win over Marian. They win 80-72 to remain in the 4th spot. They move to 10-6 in Crossroads League action, and Huntington, with the loss to Spring Arbor, falls to 10-6. So now a tie for 3rd place in the Crossroads League standings, and Spring Arbor moves to 9-7. So let's go ahead and run down our final stats here. This one as the Cougs victorious 80-72 over Marian. Isaiah Malone leading scorer with 24 points. Joe Reedy with 15. Luke Almendovar with 13. Brandon Northern with 12. Robert Fry II with 9. Zane Burke with 5. And Carson Rogers with 2 points. The Cougs shot 28 of 47 from the field at a 59.6%. 3 of 11 from beyond the arc and a 21 of 27 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, for Marian, they were 28 of 68 from the field, 9 of 28 from beyond the arc, and 7 of 9 from the charity stripe. 7 turnovers for Marian, 9 for St. Francis. Leading the way for the Knights was Dylan Moles, who finished with 20. Reese Butcher with 11. Jackson Amos with 10. Noah Lovin with 9. Aiden Franks with 9 as well. Gavin Foe with 6. Josiah Guston with 4. And Alhaj Diallo with the 3 points for Marian. 27 total rebounds for Marian, 33 for St. Francis. The final stretch here, 2 games remaining in the regular season. Marian will be at home against Mount Vernon, and then they will travel to Receiving Votes Iwu for their last contest of the year on Saturday. Meanwhile, for St. Francis, they will play at number 6 Grace on a Wednesday, and then have Senior Day here out at the Huntsville Athletic Center next Saturday, with the women's beginning at 1 p.m., followed by the men's at 3 p.m. Make sure you join us here at the Hutsville Athletic Center next Saturday for Senior Day. If you can't join us, we'll have the coverage here live on the St. Francis Cougars Network. The Cougars pick up an 8-point win, 80-72 over Marian. We are going to go ahead and sign off here from the Hut. This is Hunter Solsheimer. I've been bringing you through the action. We thank you so much for tuning in here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.